my friend. The green dot. The green dot is my friend. Can I trick my brain into treating the green dot as my friend? I can't really do it. I can do it in my own head, but treating some external point as though it's a listener, it takes all my mental capacity. I can't do it. I gotta do it like this. If I do it like this, it's okay, I can talk. But if I look at the green dot, there's a little image of me, there's this anxious feeling that every micro movement I make is being communicated and judged, and I'm making mistakes, I'm not doing it right. Meanwhile, I'm hearing car doors slam outside, and that's making me anxious that there's people around, and what if they hear me talk and I'm bothering them? Just clearly irrational, some sort of leftover childhood fear. It's kind of a sick thing, right? To just get anxious when you hear a car door slam, because that means people are coming. It's like a Pavlovian response to a sound. From when I was a kid, and when I was home alone, I'd be at peace, but then when a relative, a parent, would get home, that meant the end of the peace. Because they were gonna demand things of me or judge me for what I was doing, which is just sitting quietly, playing a video game, playing with a little puzzle book or little toys. But for some reason, the anger just came in with them, and now I'm a problem because I'm not helping bring in groceries or whatever they want me to do. I mean, if I live for free in their house, I gotta help them, right? But at the same time, it's the HVAC. It stresses me out too. Just makes noise constantly, moves the air in this way that seems to make me sick somehow, I'm not sure. This never feels right. I'm never comfortable. I'm too hot, too cold. Sometimes I feel too hot and too cold at the same time. What do I do then? I'm sure it has to do with my own body's state. I get into certain states from whatever I'm doing. If I'm playing StarCraft, I get anxious, my body shuts down, maybe the blood flow stops. Maybe it has to do with how recently I've eaten or what I've eaten, my blood sugar. Maybe it has to do with exercise, how recently I've taken a jog or not. I don't know. I don't have these problems when I go out in public, but I feel like it's more like in public I shut it down. I cut off the ability to feel. So do I feel better then? It's such a weird thing. Like it's some dissociation or something. Like I'm out there and it's all so overwhelming all the time that I just completely sever the part of me that feels anything. So then when I come home, I relax and then I can feel, and now things bother me again. So, which is worse? It doesn't seem good to live in a state of dissociation. In fact, it feels like, it's exhausting. You do it for hours. You get home, it's just to let go of that is such a relief. And if that's the case, then it means I was doing a lot of effort to maintain it. It's not just like a state that I can switch on and just indefinitely benefit from. It takes some sort of mental effort or maintenance of some kind. I'm self-conscious that I pause a lot when I speak. I mean, when I'm just ranting to myself, I don't pause so much, but when I'm trying to also manage the idea that someone might be listening and I have to communicate, then, it's an extra layer and it makes it harder. I wish I could just rant and not worry about that. It would come out better. It'd probably communicate better. Just not worrying about communication would probably just communicate better. And if it doesn't, maybe there'll be an interesting lull or interesting gap in the explanatory chain of thought that adds some color. Not everything has to be perfect or make total sense, I guess. I mean, it might make sense in my head, and it'd be a shame that it didn't communicate properly, but at the same time, creates a little bit of sense of, mystery or intrigue or something. I don't know anything. The older I get, the less I know. Well, clearly the more I know, but the less I think I know. What I mean is, when I was younger, I thought I had it all figured out. It's such a cliche, but it's so true. You go through college and you think, oh, I did better on tests than everyone else. I'm a genius. I know everything. And then you read about news and you're like, oh, I have opinions on this and that, and it's clear what should be done. Then you get older and you see how many layers of shit just are everywhere, piled on top of each other, and you realize it's all chaos. There's no way to know anything, basically. I mean, you can pick out some patterns here and there and kind of see. After you've been around a while, you see, some of the same patterns play out. You can make some predictions, and after a while you get the sense whoa, I never see anything new. Everything's predictable. So in that way, it can feel like you're starting to know more, I guess, but you don't really know more. It's just that you can predict more because you've seen patterns for long enough. But that doesn't mean you really know anything, Just because you can predict what will happen doesn't mean you know how it works. Just because I press the gas on my car and I know that it'll go forward doesn't mean I know anything about how the engine works or what the accelerator pedal is doing. And what is that, an allegory, a simile, an explanatory? I think there's a word for it. Like an example you give to kind of make an abstract point more concrete or something. I don't know, what's the point of this? What's the point of anything? Mm, 9 minutes? Would this go viral? I don't fucking think so. Alright, well, that's enough of that, I guess.